A very good afternoon to you and welcome to the Mercedes-Benz Korea Women's Open. This is the 40th of the Korea Women's Open, editions, and it's going to be a very interesting one here today. Keep in mind the fact that this is round 3, and as Kim Min-sol, of course, tees off for hole number 9 with 3 under score, we must remind you that this is going to be a very intense round. My name is Glenn Mascarenas and I'm here to take you through the day's event. We'll get you up to speed with the leaderboard in just a little bit, but as of now, it's going to be important for us to take a look at what's happening on the course. Young Yun Seo, who's the leader currently, yesterday finished off with the 4 under. She's at 6 under currently, looking at a birdie on hole number 8. Looks like she'll have to keep it to an even score. Choi Yvonne goes next. And Choi Carbin, who was pretty much leading the way yesterday, she's currently at a 3 under. Attempted birdie on hole 8, needs to get off the shoulder of the green. The weather today a little bit sunnier. It's about 29 degrees Celsius. The cloudy skies the last 2 days. And that ball needs to travel a bit more, so Choi Carbin will probably aim to finish on par here. So Shin Ji-ai, our perennial favorite. Everybody loves her. Not just in Korea Republic, but all around the world. And she's looking fairly good in this tournament. Just enjoys the game. She just enjoys every single challenge, and that's the best part of it. There's such a passion for the sport. When it comes to Shin Ji-ai. So very quickly, weather conditions currently 29 degrees Celsius, sunny skies. As you can see, it's nice and bright. Wind speeds at about 2.8, so I don't think there should be any worries. And as Choi Carbin gets ready to finish what she started for hole 8, let's remind you that rainfall predicted today is 0, and Choi Carbin will be happy to have kept it to an even score here. Meanwhile, Shin Ji-ai will also try and finish on par. And that's gently lipped out, which means it's going to be a bogey for her. I don't think she was expecting that. She's a very unique player to watch at her peak. Had the ability to power shots. Good amount of power in those forearms, and absolutely great follow-through movement every time she would tee off, and also the ability to be a touch artist when it came to being on the green. Here's Young Yun Seo, looking to finish on par to keep her leadership intact, and she's done exactly that, so no need to worry. 2 birdies in there. She's kept a fairly clean sheet otherwise all the way through the out for 8 holes. Kim Min-son 7 herself did give us a few great moments here today, and there have been a few other golfers who also come up with a show of talent. Today a little more favorable, seems to be a brighter day, and we are hoping that it ends on a positive note. Chance for a birdie here. That uneven surface just carrying it away. So Kim Min-son 7 will have to rethink her strategy for that. Meanwhile, yes, Kim Min-sol. Well, that's perfect placement from her. Absolutely lovely placement from Kim and Sol. Tee of time at hole 9 for Choi Carbin. 360 meters to cover, par 4 for the asking, had a par and a birdie in the first and second round.
Good shot.
It's a fairly good hole for her to play on.
Okay.
One of those talents, Choi Carbin, who can really, make the difference here. Meanwhile, young Yin Seo. Yin Seo has been very prolific on this hole. She's had a birdie on the first round, second round, and the third one as well. I always say this, every single golfer does bring a certain character. Some have a playfulness to them, some have, well, just this very ladylike demeanor, and some have, the sincere girl next door, and young Yin Seo just kind of epitomizes that. She's been in very, very good nick in this tournament. Kim and Sol. Just a tad bit away from the destination for her. And that tap-in should finish the job. A lot of us mistake Kim and Sol. She's a tall girl, and very interestingly, she's also one of those talents that we kind of don't realize. She's not even 20 years yet. She turns 20 on June 16th, and she did have a win last year. So really, really amazing golfer to watch. Was it a win or probably two? And that'll be good enough. That will be good enough here. There's always going to be a bit of joy every time you have to avoid, well, any sort of over scores. Choi Yibon aiming for birdie on hole number 9. That's just curved a little bit away from, well, the 10 cup. So I was just talking about Kim and Sol, and how we often look at her and we think that she's one of the really seasoned players, which in a way she is, but she's such a great talent. She's about 5'10.5", which is why she kind of towers. There are a couple of tall golfers in here, one or two 5'11". Shin Ji-ai. We need to get out of the rough here. Has still got it. 38 years old, but nothing's going to slow her down. That's perfect placement from her. Very well done. And this is something that we've noticed in the last couple of days, and maybe the last 2 years, ever since Shin Ji-ai started making appearances and getting back to, well, the main contest. It's been interesting to watch her. Yoon Gyu-ri, of course, will now go on to a second effort for hole 13. This is her approach shot. So Shin Ji-ai at her peak was pretty much untouchable as a world number 1, and there was an intensity that she played with. But if you look at her and the way that she plays now, it's really purely for the love for the sport. And it's like how people who adore golf or who love golf or who breathe it, when they get out onto a course and they play it not just because they want to compete, but because it's kind of relaxing. It's a bit of it's like your escapist route from all your stress and worries, and Shin Ji-ai truly treats it like that, which is why it's such a joy to watch her every time she competes in a contest. Choi Carbin. Well, decent enough approach shot. She will sit on the shoulder of the carpet, but will have to work towards earning herself a good score for this hole. She would have liked to have gone a bit further. And that is a terrific bit of work being done here. Yang Yun So has really been, well, one of those star performers. She's, you know, kind of created a very, very different spot for herself in this tournament. And I'm going to be very interested in knowing, you know, what she can turn out and what she can come up with in this event. Beautifully done.
살짝 보였다 갔다.
Yenguri. Shenjiai aiming for birdie on hole number 14. Well, that's beautifully played. Pinpoint accuracy here. Shenjiai now is at 1 over. She's had 3 birdies and a bogey in there today. She's really enjoying this event, and it's a wonderful, as I said, to see her. I mean, every tournament that you get to see with her is like a bonus, you know, till the time that she decides to call it a day, which I doubt she will. Joy Carbon just trying to decide, you know, which way she's going to go. Which club will she pick up for this one? Well, as long as you can get close enough to the beacon lights, I think that that's what matters. And in this case, of course, it's got to be the flag stick. You have 2 of the Thai golfers really doing well. Jaravi Boonchan, well, the favorite, because it's really well known. But they've had a few worries here in the last 2 days. You know, Boonchan on day 2 was, well, just not finding her stride. Let's try Cobbin. Let's get off that shoulder, back onto the green. Kim and Sol will tee off for hole number 10. It's par 4 for the asking. Choi Bon will tee off for hole number 10. That's a nice whip in the air. Really, really strong. That's another victory lap in here. Young Yun Seo finishes with a birdie on the out. She's had 3 so far. That's 33 on the out, and still the outright leader. She's, well, doing everything right. Spoke about that sincere girl next door, and she really does look like it. Seong Yun Jung will aim for birdie on hole number 12.
123에 142.
And just missing the mark there, but that's not going to matter too much. Joy Carbon will look to finish on par for hole number 9. She was going great guns yesterday, but has had, well, just a few birdies here today. 35 on the out and a birdie in there. I think she'll be, well, just pleased enough with that. Let's get you up to speed with the leaderboard as Young Yun Seo continues to dominate since day 2. She's at 7 under and about 4 behind her. Kim Min Sol and Choi Carbon in tied second with 3 under. Choi Bon is in fourth with 1 under. And let's not forget, we do have a Thai player in there, Thai golfer who's done exceptionally well in this tournament, and I'm quite sure that we will see her, well, do better. So in tied 5th you've got Pacharajutar Kongrapan, and she of course is tied with Kim Min-sun 7. They are currently, I think, on an even score, but Jung Seung Hee, Kim Shi-yoon, Shin Ji-ai, Yun Sua and Koji Won are tied 7th with 1 over. Now that of course means we can expect a strong contest coming in from these ladies. Stay with us, don't go anywhere as we continue with our coverage of the Mercedes-Benz 40th Korea Women's Open, being played right here at the Lakewood Country Clubhouse. It's a beautiful day, 29 degrees Celsius, sunny skies, and we are expecting bright times ahead. My name is Glenn Mascarenas, and I'm going to stick with you right through round 3. I'll be back with you for round 4 as well to take you right till the end of the tournament. Stay with us, don't go anywhere. Kim and Sol just getting out of the rough. It's a good opportunity for her to will just push as best as she can. Wonderful golfer to watch. She's got very good temperament, even for, well, you could never really put it down to age for any of these golfers, but, well, youngsters, when they have a very cool and calm demeanor, when they really enjoy the game, it's quite impressive to watch that. Now, Shinji Ai just had a birdie in the previous hole. Has had 2 today, to be precise. It was a 3. Oh, that's another terrific approach shot. Driven it a bit past, you know, the destination, but I think that she'll be still happy enough for that. And that ball's traveled. It's got legs. It sits right on the border of the green. Meanwhile, Yang In Seo will tee off for hole number 10. Still the leader there with the 7 under score. Nice carry forward, 233 meters, which is quite impressive. Let's run you through a few bits and bobs about the contest as Choi Carbon gets ready. Remember, the prize money for this event is 1.5 billion Korean won. That's 982,456 USD, as compared to last year when it was the DB Korea Women's Open Golf Championship. It was 1.2 billion Korean won. So in the KLPGA, we're looking at really strong progress and better incentives for the golfers. Choi Carbon will tee off now for hole number 10, 370 meters to cover. She's done everything that she could well today, and I think she plans to keep it that way. Very different follow through, and I think wasn't entirely in control of that tee off, and she's got herself into a spot there. I think it's just a bit too much of curve on that. Wasn't really expecting it to work that way. So last year the prize money was 785,965 USD. It was won by Lee Dong-eun. Dong-eun, of course, kind of struggled on day one. She finished with 13 under last year, and Kim Shi-yoon was runner-up with 12 under, while Hwang Yu-min was second runner-up with 8 under. But right here at the Lakewood Country Clubhouse, located at the Forest Road course in Mansongro 244 Yangchu-si, Gyeonggi-do, we must remind you that we're coming at you live, and today is looking like a really good day. Couple of the, well, big guns, and I mean by that, the winners of course did struggle in this event, like Lee Ga-yong, Lee Yi-won, here's Choi Yi-bon, aiming for birdie, needs to gauge this well. And that ball just decided to draw a paddle. Did have the stamina and the legs to carry it through, but that's well placed by her. At least she's got herself out of a spot. Can't finish with an on par, and I think she'll be happy with that. While she does that, of course, let's not forget that Kim Min-sol is gauging her own well, situation. But here's the big star from Thailand, Kongkrapan. Has been very strong in this tournament, to be fair to her, and very impressive as well. And that's Pachadajutar Kongkrapan, currently in tied 5th with an even score. She's been hoping to nail those birdies, and that would make a difference. And Kim Min-sol just gauging what she has to do. There's a bit of a, and she does understand it, the ball that will tend to dip towards the left if you look at it from where she does tee off, and she's from where she putts, and she does understand well, the situation, it's a bit of an uneven surface that's sloping downwards, but not from the front, from the side, or not from behind for her. So, a birdie on hole number 10. Oh, that is so close. Wonderfully crafted putt here from Kim Min-sol. But that ball just requires a tad bit of coaxing, and that's exactly what she's going to do. You've got to pamper it sometime. So she will finish with an on par, but a birdie for her was definitely in question. Very well done by Kim Min-sol. Once again, those drone shots, and I don't know if you had the opportunity to see it yesterday, but had those drones flying up, and because of the sun beginning to set, you could see the shadows on the grass right through the fairways, and you could catch the reflection of the drones, and they almost look like small little birds flying in the air, a bit like swallows. It's one of the beautiful things about golf, if you really look at it from another perspective, the production elements. And it's just the whole picture. It's not just the sport or the contest that's, on the course. Choi Yee-bon. She definitely wants to play it cautious. Wants to keep that 1 under intact. Will need to finish on par for hole 10. And that cheer and the volume that you're getting from the crowd will tell you, will just prove what I said. It's going to build up, and by the last day, which is round 4, you're going to have an exodus. Shin Ji-ai aiming for a birdie on hole 15. It's a bit of a distance, needs to get off the border of the green. Oh, that is a terrific crafted shot, and Veal looking at something special here from Shin Ji-ai. She's really beginning to look very strong on day 3. Absolutely wonderful. It's such, and that's exactly her. She's really enjoying this event. She's had now consecutive birdies in there. And when you think about all the other golfers who are on the course today, many of them will look up to her, who would want to be her at some point of time. Former world number 1. One of the most respected, or the most respected women Korean golfer, I bet, globally, if you ask me. Choi Ka-bin. Remember, she got herself into a bit of a spot there earlier. Teed off, I think, got too much of a curve on that. It's got to be, this should have been her broad shot for hole number 10, but right now I think she's going to concentrate on just keeping it within the navigational beacons. Using a 9-iron, 117 meters to cover. Well, I think she did get herself out of a spot, and a bit too much of club on that.
플레이하겠습니다.
Yang Yun-seo, second stroke for hole 10. Nicely done by her. Over now to Kim Min-sol as she tees off for hole 11. Still a 19-year-old till she turns 20 on June 16th. Few days more. And that's literally, I mean, to be fair, when you finish your teens and you're at the crossroads between turning into an adult. And you don't think about it otherwise, that the year 20. And then from 21 on, it all changes. You get the responsibility. Of course, that's still youth, if you look at it. And you just think of the kind of discipline, the kind of mental makeup that these golfers carry right from a very young age, 16, 17 onwards, when they start competing, you know. Choi Yee-bon had a birdie on day 1, a bogey on day 2 for hole number 11. What can she do here today? Day 1 and day 2 was a mixed bag. She's got herself onto the rough. I don't think she's got too much of reason to worry. Looks like a bit of a ditch in there. I hope it's not a sandbox. Doesn't look like it. Koji won. It's her third effort. Jenny Sung will aim for birdie on hole number 14. A gentle tap it will just stop the issue. Young Inseo will go next. Again, she crafts a birdie out. 15 meters to the hole, needs to chip that, but she's done. Well, she certainly played the safe zone there. You know, she might not get the birdie, but that's going to be an easy tap-in for her. She'll keep her score untouched with an on-par finish. Young Inseo finishes it nice and clean. Yes, Pacheta Jutar Konkrapan aiming for birdie on hole 15. It's a bit of a distance for her. That's a very confident push. Could have actually nailed it, but an on-par finish might be more in question for her. Choi Carbon. 26 meters to travel here. Well played. Kochi won, chance for a birdie on hole 11. Well, That's just turned slightly away from the destination. I don't think she's going to worry too much about it. Choi Carbin will aim to finish on par for hole 10. That's well played by her. I think she'll be happy with that. Yes, Choi Bon, and yes, she did land up on the beach. Not a good day to suntan, but sunny skies and 29 degrees, so she needs to get out of there as soon as possible, which she's done. And she's back out onto the rough. Charlie Bone just wondering what could have gone wrong. Meanwhile, Kim and Sol, second stroke for hole 11. It's got a good bit of power behind that. Every time you hear this crowd scream shot, you know what it is. But she'll just peek over at the green from the outside. Yunguri finishes with a birdie on hole number 15. She's on a 3-over score. Yang Yin Seo getting a good bit of distance on that. 215 meters covered, 10-meter curve. Choi Carbin will tee off for hole 11, 475 meters to cover. Yang Yin Seo leads the way with 7 under. Kim and Sol, Choi Carbin, of course, in tied second with 3 under. And then you've got Choi Ibon there in 4th position with 1 under. Shin Ji-ai, Pacharajutar, Kongrapan, and Kim Min-sun 7 are right behind. So it's turning out to be a very interesting day, and I'm sure that at the end of day 3 we are going to find that things are different. Yang Yun Seo is on to her second effort for hole 11. 236 meters to cover. Choi Bon. It's had a bit of an adventure with this hole, there's no doubt about it. Choi Carbin, her second effort for hole number 11. Should be fairly pleased with that for the time being. Meanwhile, Kim and Sol will aim for a birdie on hole 11. Or rather, sorry, will aim for an eagle. Oh, what a narrow miss. Could have had an eagle in there. Very well done. Smartly played by Kim and Sol. Kim and Son 7. It's going to be her second effort. Yun Sua. That is a very, very confident putt. Marvelous birdie there on hole number 12. She's on an even score currently and in tied fifth, Yun Sua. Choi Bon. And that journey really continues for her. This hole has been an absolute worry. Koji Won will tee off next. Kim and Sol will aim for birdie on hole 11. So that's 4 birdies in there. She's in tied second now with 4 under. And Kim and Sol is beginning to look rock solid here today. And Choi Bon finally finishes with a bogey on hole 11. This hole has troubled her endlessly, but I think she'll be glad to have finished it off. Choi Carbin. The third stroke for hole 11. Young In Seo, 81 meters to cover for hole 11, third stroke for her. Lovely shot there once again of the course. You can get, well, just for this hole, of course, you can look at the sand bunkers there. They always look like jigsaw, well, pieces being weighted, kind of waiting to be filled in on a puzzle board. Koji Won will aim for birdie on hole 12. And that's going to crawl towards the destination. Needs a bit of more of a tap-in to find its way through. But Koji Won, very active since yesterday, has kind of not done anything spectacular, neither has she done anything wrong. And that, of course, tends to keep you on a bit of a neutral. Gives you a shot at making the next day. Kim Min-sun 7 will aim for birdie on hole number 13. Ball's going to just scroll forward a tad bit. Really looking to make the cut here. Kim Min-sun 7. She'll have to tap that in because I don't think she's going to find a birdie for the time being. Junyu Ri aiming for birdie on hole 12. That's well done. Junyu Ri will nail a birdie on hole 12. Brings herself down to 2 over. She's in tied 11th now. Choi Carbin will aim to get off the rough. Would have been a birdie for on hole 11, but she'll have to look at finishing on par here. Kim Min-sol picks up an 8 iron for this. This is the hole-in-one event, hole number 12. Par 3 for the asking. It'll be interesting to see how she gets on with this. She's done very well. She's in tied second with 4 under currently. Good bit of a whip on that. Well, I think that's fairly well placed. Straight onto the carpet, and that stayed put. So nicely done by Kim Min-sol. Joy Bond. We'll go in with an 8 iron for hole number 12. She too will sit on the shoulder for the time being. Yang Yin Xiu. Needs to finish this own part to keep her leadership intact, and she'll do just that. So not making any mistakes, she's just trying to keep it as well calm and collected as can be in terms of her efforts on the course, and it's been very good so far. Meanwhile, here's a bit of a change. Choi Carbon will go next as she aims to finish on par for hole number 11. Just going to run you through a couple of our winners here today. Our winners in this year. There's Choi Carbon crafts this. And that is such a narrow miss. Such a narrow miss. That ball just shy of the tin cup. Well, she'll tap that in to clean it up, but let's look at some of the winners here this year. We've had Lim Chin Yong, who's picked up a win at the start of the year, followed by Koji Won. Kim Min Sol won her third event. So she won the IM Financial Group Open, third in the KLPGA, but the first one this year. Lee Won also won the Dukshin EPC Championship. Then Yoo Hyun Jo won the DB Women's Championship. Kim Hyo Jo won the NH Investment and Securities Championship. Bang Shin Sil won the Doosan Match Play. Jaravi Boonchant of Thailand won the E1 Charity Open, and that was the first win on the KLPGA. Here's Yang Yun Seo, a golfer to watch as she cools down with a bit of watermelon. Park Min Ji won the Suyuk Bank MBN Ladies Open, and Seokyo Rim won the Celtrion Masters. Putting average of 1.55 and driving accuracy 22% for today. Yang Yin Seo, and now she's got the umbrella and the watermelon. Well, it's always in the summer months you're either going to see honeydew or watermelon. Most of the golfers do like that. It keeps you hydrated as well and kind of refreshed. That does have its health benefits, but it's good hydration. Choi Ibon. It's going to be a second effort for hole number 12. She's still on an even score here. Kim and Sol gauging the situation. Kim and Sol. Can she finish on par? For hole number 12, it's a good opportunity for her to do that. Or just kind of calm and collected. And she does finish it on par. Joy Bones had her own set of worries here today. Joy Bond looking to finish on par for hole 12. That's just going to turn away slightly from the target for her. Well, just been having a rough day at the office. Choi Bon, it's the second time around. Well, the previous hole did trouble her a lot. That was hole 11, and hole 12 hasn't been too kind to her either. Lovely drone shot there, as you can see. It's from quite a distance as well. But that drone's been taking to the skies for certain. Giving us a bit of a wider angle from the top. Meanwhile, Yang Yun Seo will go next. Seo. Hole number 12. Getting ready to tee off for hole number 12. Here's Choi Karbin. Well, pretty much a punch from her. Kim and Sol will tee off next. 405 meters is what we're looking at for hole 13. It's a par 4 for the asking. Remember, a lot of the golfers, of course, would have finished off their duties in the morning. or the challenges, and some of them, of course, still around here today. We will find the cream of the crop on the course tomorrow. Just a quick look at hole number 13, 405 meters. It's a par 4 for the asking. We will find out what the safe zone is on the fairways in terms of the width. 14 meters. 14 meters across. Charlie Bond will tee off for hole 13. So Young Inseo, she's on the carpet here for hole number 12. Remember, this is a hole-in-one event here. Some 7 and sort of birdie up. Definitely an opportunity here to make it count for Troy Carbon. Troy Carbon will aim for birdie on hole 12. Shinji, she's back to she's on an even score now. Young Yun Seo, birdie in the making. And I think once again it's going to be the safe area for her. She has to look at a non-par score. Choi Bon. We're just looking to find a stride back again here. So Chai Carbon will go next. She tries to, well, find her mark at this point of time. An on-par finish might be well within reach here. And that's just slipped out at the last minute. Sol. Just second effort for hole 13. She's powered that through well onto the carpet area. Bit of a stumbling block for Young Yun Seo. And that's just slipped out at the last minute. It's going to be a first bogey for today. We'll drag the points down a bit, and this is what changes the contest. We do know that she's still the leader here with 7 under, but if she finishes this with the next turn, it could be a 6 under. So she's still the leader, but 6 under, 3 birdies and a bogey in there as well. And that's nicely played. So very quickly, a look at the leaderboard. Young Yun Seo still at the top with that 6 under despite a bogey on the 12th hole. Kim Min Sol in second with 4 under. Choi Carbon with 1 under in third. And Shinji Ai, Pacharajutar, Kongkrapan and Kim Min Sun 7 in tied 4th on an even score. Jun Seung Yi, Kim Shi Yoon are in tied 7th with 1 over, along with Yun Sua and Choi Bon. Stay with us as the Mercedes-Benz 40th Korea Women's Open continues right here at the Lakewood Country Clubhouse. It's been a very exciting day so far. This is day 3. Young Yun-Seo with the second effort. We'll be very keen on playing it safe here because she did drop a point just a while back in the previous hole. Had the first bogey of the day. Hole number 12. Try carbon. It's going to be a second effort for hole 13. And that's just stepped out onto the rough. I don't think that was the intention though. Kim In-Sol. She's maintained that 4 under as she tees off for hole number 14. Shinjai. Looking forward to making the cut here. Finishes with the bogey, 34 on the out, 36 on the in, a 1 over score today. It's been quite an event from her. Meanwhile, here's Choi Carbon. Remember, she got onto a bit of a spot there. She's definitely going to try and weave herself out of it. Which she does. Kimlinson 7 looking to finish on par for hole 15. Kimlinson 7 almost finishing what she started. Young Yun-Seo meanwhile Will aim here for birdie to try and get back to that 7 under. Oh, that's almost perfectly played. We'll finish with an on par for certain, but what a chance here for a birdie. That would have been one of the shots of the day, one of the putts of the day. Well, just needs to tap that in, and she's done it well to clean it up. Yvonne goes next. Carbon. We'll aim to finish on par for hole number 13. Oh, that's well played. Very well played. Sol with the second effort for hole number 14. 129 meters could be a good approach for her. Straight onto the carpet. Should be fairly pleased with that, but that ball's just going to roll a little bit down. Not too much, just a little bit.
검은색 옷 입으시고 안쪽으로 조금만 피해주세요.
카메라 말고요.
이거 말고 아저씨 비키라고요.
Young Inchio gets ready to tee off for hole 14. She's definitely chasing a birdie here to get back to that 7 under. .383 meters. She had a birdie and an on-par finish on day 1 and day 2 respectively. Maybe looking to finish with an underscore here. She's travelled well on the fairways. Alvin will have a go next. She's dropped to a 1 under. She was a 3 under earlier. Kim and Sol aiming for birdie on hole number 14. Just an narrow miss for her. Now that ball's afraid of the dark. It should have traveled just a little bit more. 2 steps further and it would have been in. And she will tap that in for a finish. Patara Jatar, Konkrapan finishes with even score here today. She's had an interesting 3 days. It's been good to watch her. Let's not forget her country mate, I would say, Jarvi Boonchant, did win an event here recently. She has always been one of the favorites with the Korean golf fans. They do like her very much. Choi Karbin. Second stroke for hole number 14. So it's going to be a second effort. Well, that's nicely played. Oh, lovely placement straight onto the green. Sol getting ready to tee off. I think it's a very important time for her. She's managed to keep that 4 under, and here's hole 15. She had a bogey and a double bogey, or what you'd call a bogey D, and that was on day 2. And she's definitely going to try and change that around here today. She's been in good stead today. Very, very organized outing for her today, if you ask me. Meanwhile, ready to get out of the cat box. Well, she's just a little bit off the cat box and on the rough, and that's Choi Karbin. But there's a bit of sand beneath that, turf, so she's definitely going to have to, chili dip that a bit, or chip it nice and easy. She's going to take her time. She's just gauging, and that's exactly what I was talking about. There's a bit of grass there, but that's sand underneath. It's just going to make it a bit tricky. She's going to try and lever herself there with the left leg. She'll need to do that. I think she just got it off a tad bit in the direction that she didn't want to, but she's out of a troubled spot. She wanted to keep it straight, but I think that just chipped towards the right. And here's Yoon Gyu-ri aiming for birdie as she looks to finish her day's event. She's on 3 over currently, but a birdie here would be much desired. She'll have to settle for a non-par score. Seo aiming for a birdie on hole 14. She's trying to keep it very, very easy. Kimmonson 7. 3 meters. Oh, that was a beautifully well potted shot, but I think she's just going to try and finish it with a gentle nudge.
나이스 파! 김희서 화이팅!
Joy Carbon. Can she finish on par for hole 14? She's down to 1 under. She was a 3 under a while back. Joy Carbon, well, 3 bogeys in there, puts it down to an even score. Started her event with a birdie today, but while the out was fairly easy and clean, the in has been a bit difficult for her as she struggled through those times. Yang Yun Seo looking to finish on par for hole 14. She's got to keep that leadership intact. And that slipped out. It's her second stumbling block here today, and she knows it. This could be just a tad bit of a worry for her. And there we go. So 3 birdies in the out, 2 bogeys in the in. She's now down to a 5 under, and she'll have to be careful because sitting right there or right on her heels is Kim Min-sol in second position with 4 under. And this could change the entire structure of the contest. Well, for me that's exciting. I think for all of us, but Choi, you do have your favorites though. But Choi Yibon will get on to a second effort for hole 15. 167 meters to cover. She's really struggled through much of the day, especially with the accuracy factor. She's just fallen short of some of the shots that she has attempted. Just a quick look once again, and this time it's going to be hole 15. 416 meters, par 4, that's what we're looking at. And the width of the safe zone on the fairways, and we'll get to that. Right now. 10 meters. 10 meters at its narrowest, so interesting. You've got to keep it within that zone. Kim and Sol will go next. She's going to use the 7-iron for her approach shot on hole 15. Here's Yang Yun Seo. Really needs to change things around a little bit, get back to her stride. She's still the lead over the 5 under, 416 meters on hole 15 to cover. It's a par 4 for the asking, and a birdie is mandatory for her. Comes in with a good bit of intent, and that's a long shot, 248 meters that is carried, 6-meter curve. She's kept it fairly straight, just to gain a bit more distance on the fairways, and it's going to be interesting to see if she can get back to that 6 under here. Meanwhile, here's Choi Carbin. I do love the markers for the putting spot, the Mercedes-Benz logo. I don't know if you've been a fan of the brand, but I certainly have been since I was a child. Choi Carbin had a on par finish and a birdie on day 1 and day 2 respectively. Let's figure what she does here and how she matches up to what Yang Yun Seo did. 213 meters with a 5-meter curve. We're just talking about the Mercedes-Benz, and my sibling had a lovely little die-cast model of the Mercedes-Benz where you could pull out everything, including the engine, and it was a very, very interesting car model. So the Benz sign for the putt markers, it really looks unique. I love that. Lead A on. Second stroke here. Second and Sol. Makes a lovely picture there. This is something for well, an artist. Caddy in one area, golfer, water in the background. She's just shipped that over nice and easy. I think she'll be pleased to get out of the spot. She's had an interesting day, Kim Min Sol. She's been very, very focused. Meanwhile, yes, Kim Min Sun 7. Aiming for birdie on hole 17. Oh, that's just turned away. Stubborn little ball, I'd say. Kim Min Sun 7. When she is on song, it's another story. Well, today hasn't been hers or Choi Yee-bon's day, to be fair. Choi Yee-bon. Kim Min Sol and Choi Yee-bon. We're just trying to measure what their efforts have to be here. So Kim and Sol looking to finish on par here for hole number 15. And just a narrow miss for her, a very, very narrow miss. So bogey on hole 15 will take it down to 3 under, but she's still at in second position. Junyuri meanwhile, second effort for hole 16 or second stroke. So Yvonne gauging the situation. She does need to finish this on par for hole 15. So Yvonne will land up with the bogey here. And somehow or the other she's missed out on a putt. She's had a 2 over, 5 bogeys in there, and I think it's been a very worrying situation for her. 3 more to play, and she knows it. She's been trying to find answers to all the questions that the course is throwing up at her, but so far she's just been stumped a little bit. 3 more holes to go, and she could very well finish on a positive depending on how she crafts her way through. Joy Carbin. Second stroke for hole 15. That's well played by her. Very well played by her. Joy Carbin also was pretty much well among the front runners on day 1. Day 2 struggled a little bit, but she was doing fairly well there too. Started off very well today. She's a 3 under, and now it goes. She's just dipped down the order. Young Yin Seo trying to decide what she's going to go with in terms of the club choice, and yes, she has swapped clubs. I do believe the idea makes a lot of sense. Young Yin Seo. But she's trying to play it. Oh, that's got to be disastrous. Wonder whether that change of club really made a difference. She has hit the water hazard, which means she's going to drop for 1 stroke, and that's the stroke penalty is always going to result in a bit of a worry. So while the second place has dropped a point, which is Kim Min Sol, so is the leader. Well, that water hazard so unexpected. You can see the golf balls there because that water's so fairly clear, I'd say. Meanwhile, Kim Min Sol, who's the closest competitor to Yang Yun Seo, will she tees off for hole 16. It's a par 4 for the asking, 352 meters. G1 will aim for birdie on hole 16. Oh, that's fantastic. Well, just what was needed. Koji won with a bit of cheer here on the course. Meanwhile, here's Yang Yun Seo. Remember, she did hit the water, had a stroke penalty there. And this is going to be a bit worrying for her. She's got to make the green, and that she's got to finish it, which means 9 out of 10 it could be a bogey or a double bogey for her, unless she lands the tin cup from this spot. I don't put that past any golfer. And I think that's not really going to work her way this time. She's got herself onto the rough, bit too much of club on that. Well, she was at 7 under, and this is something about the Lakewood Country Clubhouse. It can change everything around. Here's Yang Yun Seo currently on a 5 under, and that will change. Kim Min Sol is on 3 under and tie in second. Pacharajatar, Konkrapan and Choi Kabin are on an even score and tied third. Jong Seung Yi along with Shi Jae, who's finished today, will sit in tied fifth. This hasn't been a course where the birdies have flown or where the eagles have landed. It's definitely been one where the bogeys have been more prominent than ever. And a lot of the golfers will have kind of missed out on their putts. So, pleasant day though, and not too many wind speeds. Yesterday there was a lot of wind speeds that marred a bit of the performance, but today I do believe it's turning out to be even tougher than the last 2 days. Stay with us, don't go anywhere, as the contest heats up here between Yang Yun Seo and Kim Min Sol on day 3. Who will finish as Queen Bee at the end of the day and set themselves up for a great day tomorrow? Let's find out. Yoon-seo. Well, things aren't getting easier for her here. Remember, she had a stroke penalty and then added to that, well, just a bit too much of club, carried that ball too far. Choi Yvonne, meanwhile, is on her second effort for hole 16. And she's had a challenging day outside. There's no doubt about it. Carbon. $15 meters to cover for a birdie. We're just needing a few more, a bit more, well, leg on it, I would say, not legs. Sol, it's going to be a second stroke for hole 16. Her approach shot, she'll go with a 9 iron. Yoon-seo. That slipped out as well. It's not even a buzzard. It's going to be a triple bogey for her. Oh, this is not what the doctor ordered. And that's taken it down to on a second rank with a 2 underscore. Well, when you hit a water hazard, that's always going to happen. So it's a bit disastrous here for Yang Yoon-seo. She's dropped 5. And now it's Kim Min-sol who's the new leader with the 3 underscore. What a change here today. Meanwhile, Coach Yvonne will get on with her efforts for the day.
Okay.
Choi Carbon looking to finish on the par. That's what she does. Kim Min-sol. Choi Corbin tees off. Young In Seo. Well, she just really had a very well dejected look on her face. I would have been in her shoes too for the previous hole. I mean, to have... That was well played by Kim Min Sol. Koji Won aims for birdie on hole 17. To have a triple or a grouse on the previous hole, and that was really her undoing. Dropped 3 points there. From 7 under, dropped to 2 under, Young In Seo. And I think that's really been a turning point for her. It's left to be seen how she battles it out for the rest of the holes, while Kim Min Sun does aim for a birdie on hole number 18. 5.6 meters, doable. Not too much of wind speeds as well. Time to get another one right across the coast here for Kim Min Sol. She's currently the leader with 3 under. Had an on-par finish previously. Will use a 7-iron for hole 17. Choi Bon will go next. Yun Sua sitting on an island right there in the beach. Well, that's a bit different. It's going to be a 3rd stroke for hole 18. Would like to finish the day on a positive note. Looking strong here, Yang Yun Seo. Second stroke for hole 16, and this approach will matter to her. 109 meters to cover. It's well played by her. So Kim Min Sol, the current leader with 3 under. Yang Yun Seo sits in second position with 2 under. Pachara Jutar, Kongkrapan and Choi Kabina in tied third with an even score. John Seung Yi, Shin Ji Ai, Kim In Sun 7 and Ko Ji Won follow suit with Hyung Yun Ji, Shin Dai In, Kim Si Yoon, Yun Sua, Jun Yuri and Choi Yvonne in tied ninth with a 2 over score. Kim and Sol, that's a very, very good effort from her. Beautiful placement. I do believe that it makes such a huge difference. Choi Carbon. Hole 16, that's going to be her third effort. And that almost tipped in. And Kim and Sol will keep it steady here. She's been, well, more or less easy. She did have a bogey though. She was at 4 under before she dropped to 3 under. And, well, then just dropping 3 points was the leader for most part of this day, Yang Yun Seo. Yang Yun Seo aiming for birdie now on hole 16. Will have to craft the shot well. A bit of a turn there. Kim and Sol. It's going to be her last for the day as she tees off for hole number 18. So hole 18, 384 meters, par 4 for the asking. And we are going to find out the narrowest spot, the safe zone on the fairways, and well, here it is. Oh, that's the mark you're looking at. So the, well, bunkers, the hazards, cat box. And we did promise you we'd get you the narrowest spot on the fairways, as well as the distance. It's not going to be an easy one, but leads up to the clubhouse, and I think that that's the most important part of any hole 18. Choi Yvonne will tee off now. Choi Carbon looking to finish on par for hole 16. And a good bit of cheer for her as she nails that. Well done there by Choi Carbon. And Yang Min Seo will be happy to finish that She certainly had the most sought day among our golfers here. Joe Carbon going in with the 6-iron as she tees off. That hole-in-one event. Next, it's going to be Yang Yun Seo. The hole-in-one event was on hole 12. I do stand corrected on that. This is hole 17. Currently on a 2 on the score. So Kim Min-sol still at the top of the heap now with 3 under, Yang Yun Seo, and second with 2 under. Prachanda Jathar, Kongkrapan and Choi Karbin, of course, are in tied third. Joy Bond does better here. Bit of well, joy for her with that appreciation from the fans. Young Yin Xiu looking to finish on par for hole 17. That's exactly what she does. It's one of the tough things in golf, isn't it? You could be, well, flying high and then suddenly, you know, you kind of drop out. Kim In-sol looking to finish her day with a birdie on hole 18. 7.1 meters. Almost does it for her, but she can still keep that 3 under intact. Joy Yvonne will go next. And that's well played by her. So Joy Yvonne will be glad to have finished that off. Here goes Choi Carbon. Young Yun Seo will tee off for hole 18. And that's well played by her. Very well played. Confidence here. Over 240 meters that it's traveled. So just getting down towards the last few bits for the day. Choi Karbin and Yang Yun Seo. Choi Karbin marching her way through. Almost looks like an army drill. She's enjoying herself. And you always find ways to amuse yourself, keep your spirits high. She really is keeping that march drill alive. I guess she's also trying to just stay, well, warmed up more than anything else. So Kim Min-sol, well, finishing her day with a 3-under score. You would believe it's something that she was looking forward to. Yang Yun-seo, well, still has one more hole to play for, and she could finish, well, tied, first. It's been a challenging event, and I must say one of the most challenging events of this season, because normally by day 3 you're expecting to see scores of at least 8 under, 10 under, 11 under, and currently 3 under is the topmost score. Choi Karbin just taking a look at her notes. Always important. And 36 meters. Yang Yun-seo. (109 meters for her). Well, she's faced, I think, the biggest obstacles here today, and that more to do with the mental makeup as well. The way she's had to soak it in, dropping out 5 points, losing your spot at the top. And it can change your morale a bit. She'd like to finish well here, and if she can do that, finish with a 3-under score. Oh, that is terrific. That is absolutely terrific work being done here by Yang Yun-seo. And she's put herself in a good spot. If she can finish on a positive note, she will tie in at the top with Kim Min-sol for the day with 3 under. And that'll be a fine finish and something to write home about, as far as this event is concerned. Just a quick reminder that this is the Mercedes-Benz 40th Korea Women's Open Golf Championship. Last year it was won by Lee Dong-hyun when it was known as the DB Korea Women's Open Golf Championship. This year the prize money is up from 1.2 billion to 1.5 billion Korean won, which means an increase from 785,965 USD to 982,456 USD. We've been coming at you live from day 1 from the Forest Road course, which is located right here in Monsongro 244 Yangju-si, Gyeonggi-do. It's been a pleasant day today, 29 degrees Celsius, sunny skies, and let's remind you that this course actually has a fantastic theme. It's a theme based on a clubhouse on water. That's quite interesting, isn't it? Which is why you see so many water hazards all over the place. And it was conceived by Dennis Stone. Fantastic harmony of flowers, ponds, various holes that clearly will have great penalties, and the terrain is quite difficult. If you look at it, the water is so prominent And the clubhouse right there sits like almost on an island, surrounded by those pockets of, what looks like small ponds around. Very, very impressive. That's going to call for a what a miss! Choi Carbon, what a miss! Choi Carbon will finish her day's event 17 round 1, 17 round 2, 73 in round 3. Finishes with an even score, but she'll be glad to have got it done. Disappointment there. She was expecting a birdie. A bit of thought now that'll go into, well, the next effort from Young Yun Seo. Nicely done. So Young In Seo finishes on a positive note with an underscore. She's got a smile on her face, and she will tie in with Kim Min Sol there as at the top. So she finishes finally at the top with Kim Min Sol, even after all those worries, and it's a comeback of sorts for Young In Seo. It's also great for her morale, puts a smile on her face. So here she is. Started off, midway through the day, she was at a 7 under with Kim Min Sol at 4 under. Everything's changed around, but both these golfers finished with 3 under at the top of the heap and tied first. Very quickly, let's run you through the leaderboard so that you can, stay in the loop for tomorrow. So Kim Min Sol and Yang Sun Yeo finish with 3 under in tied first. Pachara Jutar, Konkrapan and Choi Kabinan tied third with an even score. Jeon Seung Yi, Shin Ji Ai and Kim Min Sun 7 with 1 over and tied fifth. Hyung Yoon Ji has got in there and tied 8 with the 2 over score. And you're going to see all these golfers back in tomorrow. And Hong Yoon Ji is tied in with Shin Dae-in, Kim Shi-yoon, Jun Yu-ri, Ko Ji-won and Choi Yi-bon in tied 8th. Then, of course, you've got the tied 14th with Lee Shu-ying, Ro Seung-hui, Yoon Gyu-ri. And most of these golfers will also make it through. Remember, 132 started. And it got halved by the second day, by the third day, and by the fourth day. So with all the trimmings done, we will have the cream of the crop tomorrow, which will be, of course, round 4 or day 4 at the Lakewood Country Clubhouse. This, of course, or the Lakewood Country Club course. This, of course, was and is the Mercedes-Benz 40th Korea Women's Open in the KLPGA Tour of 2026. My name is Glenn Mascarenas. Time for me to shut shop and ship out of here, and I'll be back tomorrow with you once again to share the joy of this event. So thank you for joining us, and from all of us here at the KLPGA and from John Kim and the entire production setup, it's time for us to say bye-bye for now.